Sean, you've talked in the past about the difficulties of not having the same coordinator second year in a row. What's the biggest difference for you this spring now that you have one?
Yeah, just being able to be in the same terminology, be in the same offense, be able to operate at a high level. It's just easier to make all the calls, letting me go run to run, pass to pass. Just kind of open up the playbook for me. So I've always had to relearn an offense or learn a new one. And now being able to be in the same one back-to-back years just makes my job a lot easier, and really be able to master the offense in the spring instead of, learn it in the spring and then go into the fall.
How about for the younger quarterbacks, too? It would seem to be an important thing to be underneath the same coordinator. Obviously, the two guys weren't here last year, but Vayu being in that situation under the same coordinator 2 straight springs, how big is that for him?
Huge, yeah. I mean, CV's talked about it. I've explained to him, obviously, how important it is for me and how he should really utilize this as well. And then it's helpful for the whole room, honestly, just because we're so much farther ahead now. We can take time, really break down the film from last year, break down, what's going on right now, because we're entering that mastery phase and then bringing these young guys along. So it's been a really good experience so far.
How's it been like throwing to Mitch in practice, and what has he brought to the receivers room?
Yeah, he's electric. He's a workhorse. He's somebody who's he just came off the field, always working, always catching jugs, always doing extra. And he's my roommate as well, so he's always in my ear talking football. So we have a really good relationship. He's gonna be really special this year.
Good roommate, bad roommate.
Great roommate. Yeah, clean.
How old do you feel when you look around the quarterback room?
Old. I mean, I think that they're both 18, and I'm 23. So 5 years.
Does it take you back though to when you were at that point?
I mean, it's been taking me back for 5 years now. So. But no, I mean, yeah, it's fun. It's fun to be able to, both Drew and Bo are really good dudes. Work really hard, and then we, have a good time. When we're allowed to have fun and enjoy ourselves. So, the whole room, I'm really excited for moving forward, and I think we got a lot of talent in there too.
Sean, what stands out about the 2 freshman running backs who you've added in Katron and Nick so far this spring?
Yeah, I think the whole running back room is really talented. It's deep this year, super deep. Katron and Nick both add extreme value to this team, pushing the older guys, making plays, just doing their job, learning. It's tough when you got to come in the spring. They should technically still be high schoolers, but they're playing like, vets. So it's been really impressive to watch.
Sean, how big could limitless NIL be for guys who are having trouble securing NIL deals?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, that's why I made it, and that's why, I really believe in it. That's why I'm taking the time to do it. I believe that where NIL is heading, there needs to be very strict direction. If there's not, then, it could either go left or right. And I would love to see, for the next generations to come, it could really be a life changer for everybody. So I want to be that, that light and that older guy to be able to give everybody a little extra experience on it.
Sean, this is your 3rd year working with DeAndre. What kind of development have you seen from him here in the spring, and how do you think he's poised to break out even more so in the fall?
Yeah, for sure. Dre's just playing a lot faster, a lot cleaner, making a lot more plays. He's getting the ball more, obviously with Jahan being gone. He's just stepped up, and it's been impressive to watch. Really excited for Dre moving forward.
Sean, how have you seen Keandre, Parker, and Mitchell kind of mesh together this spring?
Yeah, I think honestly the whole wide receiver room has done a phenomenal job. They all, add a ton of value. They work extremely hard, and they push each other. So it's been really competitive, but really healthy as well. So really excited for the wide receivers moving forward.
Outside of the offense and kind of mastering things in there too, what are you working on from your perspective in an area you want to develop this year?
Just continue leadership and getting to know, the older that I get and the farther away I get from the youngest guys on the team. So just really not only leading, but also getting to know everybody. When you get 18, 19-year-old kids in here, it's my job to kind of be that leader, but also connect with them. And it's a different generation. It really is. When I ask, hey, what's your number? They're like, hey, can I get your Snapchat? I'm like, Is this how we communicate nowadays? Like, I just give me an email or something. But no, it's funny. But leadership for sure. Just continued work there and just enjoying my time here. This is my last.
What's the response been from other athletes in response to Limitless?
What's up? How you doing? What do you say?
And what's the response been from other athletes that have kind of seen how Limitless has grown over the past week?
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten a ton of great responses from current players, past players, guys, from Penn State. Monty Ball just reached out. A lot of good, vet guys in the league. Honestly, like agents as well. Just thanking me for kind of setting this way and setting this path, because I think that it was definitely necessary just to kind of force the issue and move the ecosystem forward. So I'm excited to continue my work with it, and I really love my team as well. At this team, and then obviously the Limitless team as well. So.
How were you able to get Jair Brown involved with Limitless, and what was the process like for securing that deal with him with the pizza shop?
Yeah, I think transparency and trust is the number one name. It's the name of the game with Limitless, and honestly NIL. Just showing them what is necessary, what we might be missing with other agencies and other people, and then just making sure that I'm communicating issues that I might see and just being transparent. And TIG is a great example of that. We have a lot of good clients. We're adding a lot at a high level. I'm really excited to keep working.
You've been here long enough to know that kind of this town, this community, everybody knows who you are wherever you go. James gets a lot of scrutiny, as does any quarterback at Penn State. How have you navigated kind of that part of your career here?
Just keep my head down and keep grinding. I mean, it's not as hard as people make it out to be. If you care about what everybody else says, then you might have an issue. Right. But to be honest, I just don't really care because I work so hard. I know what this team does, so I'm not gonna concern myself with what other people have to say. It's more so looking toward the future and making sure that I'm progressing every single day and this team's progressing every single day, so that way we can get the job done on Saturdays this fall.
How much has Christian grown since he got to campus last January, and how ready is he to take the reins at quarterback if he would need to at any point this year?
For sure. I think that CV's done a hell of a job. He continues to keep pushing, keep working, not making the same mistake twice. You're going to make mistakes, but you just can't repeat them. And he's done a really good job of getting better every single day, being in my ear, being in the younger guys' ears, making sure that everybody's moving in the right direction and just competing. I think it's been a really good competition, and moving forward, I'm really excited for the whole room.
Sean, did the opportunity with Limitless impact your decision to return for another year?
No, honestly, that was a completely separate decision. Once I made the decision to come back, I was approached by a couple of people, with the ideas. But it was more so for me. I just saw so many different, so many wrongs with NIL right now, and I wanted to make sure that I was doing my part. It was really just a concept at first that grew into, a full-fledged company now. But, it's exciting because it's what NIL is all about. It's not always about the monetary value that you're receiving. It's about the value that you're getting, past the money and past. I've been in meetings with numerous Fortune 500 companies, CEOs, really gotten to meet a ton of people, network, and been able to bring that to the locker room as well. Instead of, I was talking to some of the alumni recently, and it's funny because, we talk about, what you're doing on a Friday night or something like that, right? But now people are talking about equity and stocks and all these different things, and really like growing our minds and growing for the future, because we're people too, obviously, and we got to make decisions in the end. So I'm really excited for NIL if it goes in that direction, and making sure that we as a whole, as a community, and as a student athletes, really get a good grasp on it. So.
Two more guys. The process like for getting TIG his deal with the pizza shop, and how quickly did that kind of come about?
Yeah, all the deals moving forward are negotiated through different sources. There's a lot of marketing is such a big thing nowadays because social media, and that's what's opened up the NIL so well. But I have a director of brand relations, and I have people that reach out to brands across the country. If you're a brand, hit me up. Got you. But or company. But moving forward, I think that it's a really exciting time. Just excited to be a part of it and be able to be a leader in the space.
So James has mentioned almost every practice that the offensive line depth is impacting some of the ability to do things on the field in the scrimmage. How have you seen that group move through it and the offense move through it? Because there's a limited group of guys right now.
Yeah, they're working really hard. I got to give a lot of credit to them. You know, they don't get as much credit as they deserve, and you know, just with the limited numbers, it just allows guys to get rep after rep after rep. And you know, a lot of people might complain about, oh, my legs are tired, I'm sore. Those guys haven't missed a beat. Coming out to practice, had a great attitude, smile on their face, and enjoying work. And it makes my job easier. It makes everybody else around us easier. And it's just more fun. So a lot of respect for those guys. Thank you.